Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today, I'm going to redo a house that I did back in November of 2024. It's my cabin shell, and the shell itself was originally from I Hay Cell. I know I'm saying that right, and I'm so sorry, buddy, but yeah, it's by this person. And although the house isn't bad, really, it's this is the one that I forgot something that was very important. Do you see what it is that's missing? It's the bedroom. There's no bedroom in this house because I'm a dum dum. So I need to redo this. I couldn't let it go. I was, waiting to find out if anybody wanted me to redo it. And I would have if, I definitely would if y'all wanted me to, no problem. But it was driving me insane. Every time I would get on The Sims, I'm like, no, I need to fix that house. I need to fix that house. So I'm fixing this house. And I'm going to do that with you for you. Now, the other thing you may have noticed is the roof, because I have a platform up. I placed a platform here so that I could get this exterior trim up. However, Sandra Pickett had a different idea, and I'm hoping that I can do that. So before we get into it, make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just see what I can do. So this is, I think, the platform. Yes. Okay, so that platform's gone. This platform is going to be gone. And what she did was she grabbed the fence and she placed the fence on the edge. See if I can do it. I don't know. She probably, oh no, that's not going to work. She probably can do it much better than me. Is that where I need to go? I think. And then, oh, this is hard to do. There we go. Oh no, we're just going to stop it there. And then, yep, the trim comes back. Oh, Sandra, you're a lifesaver. How did you figure that out? I couldn't figure it out for nothing. And then if we add that back in, wait, it's not. Oh, no, the trim's there. Okay, duh. So maybe I can just do it there and I don't have to do it all the way across. Just put in a little fence. I hope they fix that, but you know what? If I can do it like this with a fence, then great. So it worked. Woohoo! Now, on the exterior, I'm not sure that there's much that I want to change on the exterior. I kind of like it. I might change a few little things, but my bigger concern is the interior where there is no flipping bedroom. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with deleting everything and we're just going to do this new because I think that's the best way to do it. Do I want to keep the windows? I think I want to keep the windows, so I'm not going to delete those or the front windows. I can't delete that because that'll delete the wall. So I might change the wallpaper. I think there's a wallpaper that has that without the trim on the edges. I think. Yeah, this one in the green. Well, no, that's different. This one? Yeah, this one. There we go. That's much better. And I can add columns if I want to. But I just don't want, I don't know. Maybe I do like the other one. I don't know. Do I? Don't I? I don't like it because of the way the window. No, I think we'll leave it that way. I know I'm so indecisive. Okay, so let me get rid of this wall here and this wall and this wall. Let me come up. Oh, I'm going to take that off and that off. Let me replace some of these windows just so that I have more windows here. I will absolutely change these around and make it look a lot better once I figure out my floor plan. I just want some natural light in here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this floor because I like it. Oh, well, it would help if it was in the same direction. There we go. That's better. Yay. And I am going to place some lights down so I can actually see what I'm doing because somehow, I don't know why or how, but somehow I tend to forget my lights and I end up not being able to build right. In my opinion, anyway. You're probably thinking, nothing you build is right, which is okay. You're allowed to think that. So let's see. Let's pick a bed. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm starting with the bedroom because I'm not going to forget a bedroom this time. So this could be like a little dining area. I think I want to keep it that way. So if we do that as the dining area, then what I probably want to do is a small little table like that. And I probably want the kitchen over here. I think that would make more sense because then it'll be like close to the dining room. And then we can do like a bathroom in the corner. Hello, I said toilet. We do a bathroom there in the corner. the bedroom can be here, and then the living room, which I need, and I did have in the other one. Now, can I add an office anywhere? I think I might be able to. Maybe. I still want a back door though. So maybe, well, what if we do the office there and the bathroom over here? Like this, something to this effect, and then add a door? Because we need an exterior door. We need a front door too, but that would be like front door, and then if we do walls, whatever, something like that. So there is plenty of room, I think, to have both an office and a bedroom this time, and kitchen, dining. And so there's plenty of room to do this all. So let me figure out a floor plan. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did change the exterior, the wall covering, because I didn't like the other one anymore. I did raise the platform, raise the foundation up a little bit so that it would line up with the fence out back. Because I don't like when the backyard fence doesn't line up with the foundation part of it. I think it looks weird. So I know I don't do that all the time, but in this case, I did, and I like it. I like the color match. I like, the slatted woods with the vinyl siding. I think it looks nice. Is it perfect? No. Do I think I can make it better? No. So this is what I'm doing. This is the exterior. The interior, I did get a floor plan finally figured out. So it's the living room, the bedroom, the shared bathroom, the hallway to get out back, the office, and then over here is the kitchen and dining. I did originally have this, I think it was open, and there was just all this empty space here. I was like, no, I can't do that. I need something else. So I just pulled this down to make it more like a hallway, which honestly gives me a little bit more space in the kitchen to kind of wrap it around like a J or something. So that's my idea. Starting to think now, maybe I could bring this back one, wouldn't need that. And then I could do possibly, if it's a good idea, I don't know, but like an entryway here, like there. You think that would be okay? I think so. Gosh darn it, I do that every time. It's like backwards yeah, I need to turn it around. And then I could put this archway here, and maybe a bigger one, I don't know. But then it kind of blocks off the living room a little bit more. It kind of takes up a little bit more space, and you have a little less of a walkway through here. The only thing, because I did have the bathroom door here, which I wouldn't mind having the bathroom door there. I'd honestly prefer it. The only thing is, it's going to make it more difficult to make a bathroom out of it the way I'm thinking. So I'm thinking maybe shower tub combo and then sink and toilet over here. Whereas if I have the door on this side, I'm not going to be able to have a shower and tub, or shower tub combo, which is what I really want. And then just the little hallway that goes into the back. And then you still have plenty of room to walk through here. And like I said, it blocks off the living room a little bit more. It's still kind of open, but not all the way. And then you have your own cute little entry area, which I don't know, I kind of like. Now, the other option I have is to inset the door, which I think I kind of like that on the outside. I think I really do. I think I like it a lot, actually. What if we do this here? That looks silly. It might, but I kind of like it. There we go. I kind of like that. I don't think that's bad. Maybe bring this over here, the slatted wood. Yeah, okay. I kind of like that. I like that a little bit better. And then the door, maybe not so far in. Maybe right about there. Maybe that'll, ooh, beeps. Door's got to go there too. Oh, that's the archway. Okay. So maybe that's a little bit better. And then we don't really have an entryway per se, but the door's inset. I like it inset from the outside. I think it looks really cute. I do kind of like that, but I might have to take that away. Oh, yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Entryway, don't really have one, but it's okay. Don't really need one. There's still a lot of empty space here, but I think, oh God, I don't know. I think I will bring the door in, the two tiles. I think I like that better. When they walk in, there's a small hallway and it's not so wide and pointless, I guess. So there's that. Let me work on this. Let me get this all put together, and don't go anywhere. Just blink. Okie dokie, y'all. I'm all done. I'm all done. I'm all done. And I am loving it so much. Definitely so much more than before. But in the front here, we've got some beautiful lavender bushes with some ground cover around the porch. So when you're sitting out here doing whatever, you can smell the beautiful lavender. I love lavender. I want a lavender tree, but I got to find one first. But I want one that's almost mature, or let's say maybe teen, so that way it's not growing from like a little tiny itty bitty pencil stick of a tree. Anyway, I got wind chimes up here. I got the mailbox. I did paint the ceiling with this beautiful parquet flooring. I think it looks so pretty. We've got the trees out here. I put some trellises on this side of the house because the windows, there wasn't enough windows, there wasn't enough coverage, there was, just a blank spot. So I just did some trellises. I like it just the way it is. I don't want to add anything else to it. The backyard is so pretty. It really is. It's much more of a backyard than I could ever handle, but I really, really like this. We've got this little section over here for her yoga-ness, and she's got 3 different hostas back there. She even has on this little table the little incense holder, which will catch your yoga mat on fire. And I'm thinking, or at least hoping, that by it being on a table, it's not going to do that. So fingers crossed on that. But we've got some beautiful candles there too. We've got loungers with an umbrella, bonsai tree, swimming pool with a what I call a beach ball. It's the horse ranch ball for horses. So it's not going to float, or it's going to float because I put it there, but it's not going to like move around like the floaties do. It's just a stationary ball just for looks. And then to separate the yard a little bit, I put some hydrangeas in there with some decorative grass and filled it in. We've got the picnic table, the telescope, of soccer ball, swing set. And then over here under the pergola, we have a nice little game table. And this is actually a new one. It's the felted game table. It's free right now. I believe it's from the maker packs. So if you can collect all your free maker pack stuff through the marketplace, I would absolutely do it. Whether you like the marketplace idea or not, it's free right now. And they're only, each of the items are only going to be free for 1 month. And then after that month, they're either going to disappear forever or you're going to have to pay for them. So I would definitely download those. It's free. Just take advantage of it. And then, your trash cans over there. And then on this side, I did the trellis work as well. On the back patio, we've got a nice little table out here to sit and eat. And then over here, we've got the grill with a couple of counters. This one is empty, so hopefully the Sims will put their finished food over here and not on the floor because they like to do that. So now let's go inside. I'm so excited. So there's a better look at the ceiling. I really like it. I think it's pretty. But we go in through this inset door, and here is your entryway. I think it looks really nice. I think the spacing is perfect. We got this little nook over here, which I just put a plant and a scroll. I've got another scroll there in the living room, and I've got the TV table with a cute little bookshelf that matched, gaming console with games, headphones, and a TV, so that way there is some things to do inside as well. Beautiful curtains. Love this. Love that couch. That's also a freebie as well for a free maker pack as well right now. Definitely take advantage of it. I love these couches. I think they're fantastic. Got some decor over there, a lamp, another scroll, and then over here we've got the cross stitch box. I don't know about your Sims, but my Sims can't get enough of that cross stitch box. Every time I turn around, they're cross stitching. And I'm like, stop it. Stop it. Go do something else. But they're cross stitching. So there you go. If we go this way, we have the beautiful and bright, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kitchen. Can you tell I like the kitchen? And here you can see how the ceiling just kind of, I think, blends in fairly well with the rest of the house. We got some stuff on the walls there, the little kitchen nook so you can eat. It's not really a dining area, but, whatever. They've got a place to sit and eat at a table. And then over here, we've got some propagating plants, some clutter, an empty counter so you can cook, more clutter, and as well as a microwave, and then your cabinets up top. So there you go. Oh, no. I've got to take that light out. I got to take that out. Oops. I do have lighting. I just have the teeny tiny saucer light. I made it teeny tiny. Let's go through this door. This is the main bedroom, only bedroom. Beautiful. I love it. I used the colors of the bed and tried to match them up as best I could with the walls and the curtains, and I think I did a fairly decent job. She doesn't have a lot of clutter on her nightstands because she doesn't spend a lot of time in her room. She just comes in, writes it down in her journal how the day was, and then goes to bed. That's all she does. She doesn't do anything else in here because she's got plenty of stuff to do outside. She likes to be active. She likes to play in the pool. She likes to sunbathe, do yoga, look at the stars swing, cook out. She likes to do a lot of other things other than be in her room and do things in there. So that's why. This is the little hallway that takes you out to the backyard. So we've got a collage over there, and then the back door with, your back door closed, I guess, and some greenery on that side as well. This here is the bathroom, the full bathroom. Yes, I used the squatty potty. Yep, had to do it. I know why? Because I picked this bathtub, fell in love with it because it matched the bathroom walls so well. I was like, I need a gray toilet. And that was the only gray toilet that I found that would work. So she's got a squatty potty. Why not? I've never used that. So it'll be fun to watch her use it. And then, of course, the sink with some toiletries on there and a mirror. And then, of course, the robe. That's it. But I do love this floor. I want to use it more often. I just forget. Then across the hall is the office, which I think this turned out so cool. I picked out the chair. Well, I picked out the desk. Then I picked out the chair. And I was trying to match the walls to the chair. That's how I came up with this burgundy wall. And then that matched perfectly. So instead of doing the whole room with that, because I think it's a little overwhelming if you do, I just put it on the two walls. This one I wasn't worried about because I knew it was going to be covered up by bookshelves. But this one, I was like, yeah, it can be kind of a focal wall. And I think it is. And I really like the way that turned out. And then, of course, some clutter on her desk as well. On the bookshelves, well, here in the middle, I raised these books up by 2 and they fit perfectly in there. And then just some clutter on there. On this middle shelf, I added those books on the right. I had to use a shelf to place them. Keep doing that, sorry. And then on this top shelf, so you can see the full books. I just kind of stuck them inside the other books so that it would just give a little bit of a different look. Because I didn't want my bookcases to look identical. I always hate that. And then on this one, I have the books on the right. I added the free little plant there. And then on the bottom, I added those books as well. And then, of course, added the rug. Was an easy pick. I love it. I love gosh darn it, I keep wanting to call it Death Becomes or Life and Death. I love the Life and Death rugs. I think they're fantastic. Even though they had tiny little skulls in there, it's okay. You can't really tell unless you're really paying attention. And then out the back door, here is the patio in its full glory. Yes, sirree, Bob. I absolutely adore this house. If we take a look from the top down, here is your porch. You have your dining area, your kitchen, hallway, living room, bedroom, bathroom, tiny hallway, office, and then your back patio and your backyard back here. So that is your whole lot. I love how this turned out. I hope you guys like it too. And yes, this is the base game or the base swatch of the roofing. I changed it around a few times, but this one just was the only one that really made sense to me with the house. So I just left it that way. I know it's kind of boring and droll, but it's what it is. If you want to download this one, it is under hashtag Cabin Shell Reno and my personal tags of Momma-One and lilmomma. And that is the whole build, y'all. I really hope that you like this. If you don't, that's okay. Just let me know. Either way, you are always welcome to leave any and all comments, questions, and suggestions. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, y'all, have fun.